Hello students, welcome back to your economics class. So after last class, we nation. Okay, and this class now we are going to learn about health. We will look at how health is a very important factor in uh, in making good human capital formation. Okay, health is a very important indicator of quality human resources in the country. Good health implies good consumption level of the people, a good quality of life, and therefore a good level of energy. The health of a person helps him to realize his potential and the ability to fight illness. An unhealthy person becomes a liability for an organization. Health is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. There are many places in India which does not even have basic facility. Just four states, that is Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra, have the 81 out of 181 medical colleges. On the other hand, states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, they have poor health indices or indicators and even fewer medical colleges. So the health of a person is very important. Health is an indicator of quality of human resource. It implies good consumption level of the people or good quality of life and therefore a good level of energy. A healthy person can fully realize his potential and can be an asset for the economy. An unhealthy person shall not be able to realize his potential and can be a liability for the economy. The National Health Policy of India is aimed towards improving access to health services and improving nutrition, especially among the underprivileged classes. The government health system is composed of many tiers of hospitals. The primary health centers are the bottom of this tier and they provide general medicinal care to the rural people. There is primary healthcare centers, okay, and that is comes at the bottom of the National Health Policy of India. There are many functions, and the bottommost tier of it is the primary healthcare centers that provide general medical care to the rural people. This is followed by the community health centers in the bigger tehsil or block level towns. The district hospitals are at a district level. Further, medical colleges are present in major cities where doctors of all specialties are present. The reach of healthcare services is still too little, but reduction in infant mortality rate and improvement in life expectancy over the years has shown that the healthcare system of India has indeed improved the quality of life. So we can see some positivity, we can see a little upward curve, but it is not very drastic and it's not definitely not up to our level of satisfaction. So these are some numbers that we have with us, okay, and that shows the colleges, it shows the dispensaries and hospitals, the beds, the doctors, and you can see it has increased over the years. But this is very old. This is a 2002 report. So we need more latest ones. We cannot rely on something that's 18 years past. Okay. People enjoying good life They are naturally more efficient than those who are struggling with ill health. Similarly, people with good health find themselves fit to work with those with while the ones with ill health only suffer and sloth. There is a big difference. This health, it contributes to the development through high efficiency. People who are healthy, they will definitely be more efficient. The people who are healthy will also have a higher degree of employment. They will be employed for a longer period of time. And people who are healthy will give you more productivity in any organization. Our country does not show good performance health wise due to mass poverty and low level of consumption. A large number of people do not enjoy good health. Consequently, a large percentage of population is inefficient compared to people in the developed countries like the USA or Japan. We have more people who have very bad health, and because they have bad health, they are inefficient and they are unemployed. Also, ill health keeps a sizable number of people away from gainful population. Obviously, if you have to hire a servant, or you're supposed to hire a help, or you're supposed to hire a chauffeur for any reason, even if you have to hire someone in your office, you're not going to hire a person who is ill. Okay, and you're not going to like the person who falls ill very often because they will be missing so much work. Okay, so health is a very important indicator of human resource in a country. Ill health keeps a sizable, that means a big amount of people away from occupation. It's an obvious hindrance in the process of growth and development. So, health of a person helps to realize the potential and ability to fight illness. Unhealthy person is a liability. National policy is aimed at improving the accessibility of healthcare, family welfare, nutritional services, and underprivileged population. India built up health and infrastructure and manpower. 81 out of 181 medical colleges are in the four states and they have only basic facilities. Let's look at these numbers. These are a little more recent. This also has 2010 in it, and I right now have 2011 in front of me. But you can always find out, by the economic surveys of India, you can find out the recent one. So over here, you can see the drastic change from 1951 to 2010. It's more than 100 times, sorry, more than 10 times. It looks really huge. The number of beds, the number of doctors. Uh, in 1951, there were 61,800 doctors. Now we have 81 lakh 666,629 doctors. That's huge. Yes, it's a big increase. There has also been an increase in the life expectancy, an improvement in child care, protection of children from infections, and good nutrition of the mothers. This has all been observed. Now, besides health, there is one more thing that is another determinant of the human resource development, and that is the environment. In India, the state of affairs is rather very unfortunate and sad. Both in rural and urban areas, good environment is a very far cry. Even our environment isn't good. The density of population has risen much beyond the limits of good living. Millions of people do not even have proper houses to live in, sleeping on the pavements. You can hardly imagine the environment which is health friendly. So one must understand that the menace of population, land population, or air population, or water population, or noise population, all this is not giving us a healthy environment to live in. Rising population in the urban industrial area has increased the social cost of development, and so it becomes a hindrance in the path of progress. So we learned that what is human capital. Then we did what is human capital formation. Then we saw the economic activities that are market and non-market activities, economic, non-economic activities. Then you all have done the economic activities and producing sectors of an economy, that is primary sector, tertiary sector, and secondary sector. And then now you all saw the two circles of growth, that is the virtuous circle and the vicious circle. Finally, now we are learning the role of education, health, and environment in human resource development. We did education last time, and we did health and environment this time. Okay, so with this, I'm going to end today's class, a short class, because I know you're already working hard with the subject enrichment. So I'm going to stop this class here. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and keep learning. Thank you.